Many travelers have asked me what my most favorite video game is, and it always surprises them when my answer isn't Fallout New Vegas. I have many favorite games from different series, from Legend of Zelda and Sonic the Hedgehog to Ace Combat and Ninja Gaiden. I wish to go through each series and explain why a particular game is my favorite, and hopefully you can share your favorites with me as well, and why they're your favorite. The first series I'll mention is Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a long-running franchise that began on the Sega Genesis in 1991. Out of all the games for it that have been released, my personal favorite is Sonic and the Secret Rings, released on the Nintendo Wii in 2007. Sonic and the Secret Rings is a part of the Sonic Storybook games, and has Sonic running through the various worlds of the Arabian Nights, with a genie companion named Shara, the genie of the ring. Think of her like the genie of the lamp in Aladdin. A villainous genie by the name of E-Razor Jinn has been carving up the worlds of the Arabian Nights, erasing the various stories in a search for mystic artifacts known as the Seven World Rings. With them, he plans to reshape the Arabian Nights in his image and rule over the world he hopes to create. Sonic and Shara encounter E-Razor in the Lost Prologue, E-Razor in the middle of carving up more pages of the book. E-Razor asks if Shara has the Seven World Rings, and Shara scolds him, telling him that searching for the rings is a fool's errand, and that even if she did have them, she'd never give them to him. E-Razor is frustrated, but keeps a calm head. He points his finger and releases a bolt of fire at Shara, Sonic jumping in the way to protect the genie. However, the bolt of fire doesn't explode, but instead remains on Sonic's chest. E-Razor warns Sonic that if the flame on his chest extinguishes before he finds the Seven World Rings, he will die, and then disappears to whereabouts unknown. Shara feels guilty that Sonic had to be brought into this conflict, but Sonic reassures her that he'll just have to run faster than ever before, and running is his specialty. With both their resolves heightened, Sonic and Shara scour the Arabian Nights to find the Seven World Rings, and put a stop to E-Razor Jinn's plans. The story is simple and easy to follow, and some fan-favorite characters appear in the Arabian Nights as characters from various stories, such as Tails in the role of Ali Baba, or Knuckles as Sinbad of the Seven Seas. The worlds are few, yet varied, ranging from a desert oasis town and a dinosaur-infested jungle to ruins on the backs of flying fossils and desolate coastlines full of wrecked pirate ships. The motion controls can be a little wonky from time to time, but they're easy to master within a few minutes. Various missions give various rewards, from upgrades for Sonic and art or music for the gallery, to characters and minigames for the game's party mode. Sonic has two main powers that can help him clear levels faster or dodge obstacles and attacks easier, named Speed Break and Time Break, respectively. In order to use them, you need to collect pearls throughout the levels, whether by picking them up as you run or by defeating enemies. Pressing up on the D-pad will activate Speed Break, giving Sonic a massive burst of speed that will destroy any enemy he comes into contact with. Pressing down on the D-pad will activate Time Break, turning the level shades of black, white, and gray for a time, in order to let the player bypass tough obstacles or more easily dodge lightning-fast attacks. These techniques are vital for both level traversal and boss battles alike. If I were to rate Sonic and the Secret Rings on a 1 to 10 scale, with 10 being the best, I would rank it at an 8 out of 10. Some of the level gimmicks like levitated ruins, strong winds, or Night Palace's poison gas rooms can be a bit irksome to newer or unprepared players. As mentioned before, the motion controls can be a bit finicky, especially if you want to walk backwards. There's also a very strong lack of enemy variety, but at least the bosses are all unique in design, and various level set pieces are quite memorable, such as the Triceratops Rush and Carnotaurus encounter of Dinosaur Jungle. Overall, Sonic and the Secret Rings is a solid game with very few minor issues. If you can, and if you still have a Wii, pick up a copy and experience this game for yourselves. Thank you, and may God bless you.